In every sport, there are numbers that feel untouchable, almost sacred. Joe DiMaggio's hit streak, Gretzky's point totals. And in women's golf, there was one more, 68.697. It wasn't just a statistic, it was a wall, a warning, a line no one had crossed in over 20 years. But to understand why this moment exploded across the internet and left analysts speechless, you can't just stare at the final leaderboard. You have to understand the invisible war that played out all season long, a season filled with injuries, doubters, shifting narratives, and a rivalry that is about to ignite the sport like never before. To truly grasp the magnitude of what Gino Thitikul achieved at the CME Group Tour Championship, we need to go back to 2002. The world was completely different. No iPhones, no TikTok, no Instagram, and Annika Sörenstam was playing a level of golf that barely seemed real. She won 11 times that year. She didn't just win, she dismantled fields, crushed confidence, and rewrote expectations. Her scoring average of 68.697 became something mythic, a glitch in the sport's code. For 2 decades, that number set untouched, a record wrapped in steel. Legends like Lorena Ochoa in B Park, and even a prime Lydia Ko came close, but none crossed the line. Then came 2024, a year that was supposed to belong entirely to Nelly Korda. And at first, it did. The American superstar tore through the early season, winning 5 straight tournaments and drawing comparisons to Byron Nelson himself. She was everywhere: magazine covers, red carpets, endorsements. Fans crowned her the queen of the LPGA, and everyone else was treated like background noise. But sports love plot twists. While the world watched Nelly, something powerful was forming just out of sight. A quiet, relentless, unstoppable force. A storm named Gino Thitikul.
Way to end the season than with a win from the world #1, Gino Thitikul.
Incredible. Incredible, extremely happy for sure to be able to, defend the titles.
And an unreal par save on 14.
That is a great looking shot. Pretty much what she did last year.
Helpful. Don't think she can carry that right bunker today.
Gino Thitikul goes back-to-back at the CME Group Tour Championship, playing like there was never a doubt.
Most people forget that Gino's season didn't begin under bright lights, cameras, or podiums that began in silence. While Nelly Korda was hoisting trophies in spring and dominating every headline in golf, Gino Thitikul was sitting on a couch in Thailand, unable to even hold a club. A nagging, stubborn thumb injury had sidelined her completely. For an elite golfer, that is pure torture. This sport relies on feel, on grip pressure, on the tiniest micro movements. A thumb injury isn't just inconvenient, it can be a career ender. As Korda celebrated win after win, fans and analysts whispered the same questions. Will Gino recover? Will she lose her touch? Will she ever return to form? But that forced time away did something no one expected. It didn't break her. It reset her. While the rest of the tour was grinding itself down over thousands of miles, brutal travel schedules, and mental fatigue, Gino was forced to rest. She was watching, studying, rebuilding, and getting dangerously hungry. So when she finally stepped back onto the tour, she wasn't just trying to catch up. She was playing a different game entirely. She became the picture of consistency, a machine disguised as a 22-year-old. In golf, there's no trophy more honest than the Vare Trophy, awarded for the lowest scoring average a season. You can get lucky and win a tournament. You can catch fire for a week. But you cannot fake a scoring average across an entire season. One bad round of 75 or 76 can destroy the math instantly. To break Annika Sörenstam's record, you don't just need to be good, you need to be flawless. And Gino was exactly that. When she arrived at the CME Group Tour Championship, the tension was suffocating. This wasn't just another event, it came with a historic $4 million check, the largest single payout in women's sports history. That kind of money changes lives, reputations, and legacies. But to Gino, you could tell the money wasn't the goal. She was chasing something bigger than a paycheck. She was chasing immortality. Watching her play the back nine was like watching a surgeon work with perfect precision. No panic, no hesitation, no unnecessary risks. Just a rhythmic dance of fairways and greens, the most controlled, high-pressure performance the LPGA had seen in years. But then came the twist nobody expected. Most athletes who shatter unbreakable records are fiery, aggressive, intimidating competitors. The Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan types who stalk the field with a scowl. Gino broke her record with a smile. She laughed with her caddy. She waved at fans. She radiated joy while performing with the cold, ruthless efficiency of a machine. She beat Annika's legendary 68.697 average by the slimmest of margins, roughly the width of a single golf ball dimple. But that sliver was enough to topple a record that had stood untouched for 22 years. Which brings us to Nelly Korda. The dynamic between Korda and Thitikul is one of the most fascinating rivalries in modern sports because it's built on something rare, terrifying mutual respect. Korda's season began like a fairy tale, with 5 consecutive wins and a level of dominance that drew comparisons to Byron Nelson. But golf has a way of reminding you that no one stays on top forever. Injuries, fatigue, pressure, expectations, they all caught up to her. By season's end, she faded just enough for Gino to rise. After the CME final round, reporters surrounded Korda, hungry for drama. They wanted frustration, jealousy, a hint of rivalry. Instead, they got humility. Korda made it clear what Gino did was not just great golf. It was a historic act, a raising of the bar. She wasn't speaking as a rival in that moment. She was speaking as a fan. And just like that, the script for 2025 was rewritten. It's no longer Korda versus the field. It's Korda versus Thitikul, power versus precision. The American superstar versus the Thai prodigy. 2 queens ruling different halves of the same kingdom. But the most surprising reaction of all came from Gino herself. When the media told her she had broken Annika's record, her eyes went wide with something close to fear. "I hope Annika won't be mad at me," she joked softly. It was such a disarmingly innocent moment, especially considering she had just achieved one of the greatest feats in golf history. It revealed the core of who Gino is, humble, grateful, and obsessed with the grind. She isn't trying to declare herself the greatest. She's trying to earn it one shot at a time. Winning Player of the Year is subjective. Winning the Vare Trophy is math brutal, unforgiving math. To win it twice before turning 23, that's the kind of trajectory that keeps the rest of the tour awake at night. And then there's the bigger shift the landscape of the LPGA itself. The dominance from Asian stars, particularly Thailand, is reshaping the sport. Gino has taken the torch from the Jitanyagaran sisters and sprinted with it. She's proving you don't need to overpower a course to own it. You just need to avoid mistakes for months at a time. Yes, the $4 million check is massive, but the message it sends is even bigger. Women's golf has reached a new era in talent, in intensity, in stakes, in global appeal. Gino's season wasn't just a success story. It was a warning shot. So now we look toward 2025, a season that already feels volcanic. Can Nelly Korda reclaim her throne? Will Gino's some injury return? Or has she crossed into a new level of invincibility? And the most intriguing question, now that the unbreakable record has fallen, what is left for Gino Thitikul to conquer? She has the money, she has the Vare Trophy, she has the respect of legends, and yet she looks like someone just getting started, someone who isn't chasing history anymore, but writing it stroke by stroke, with a smile that disguises a ruthless desire to become the greatest who ever lived. The record book has a new name at the top. Annika's 22-year shadow has finally lifted. In its place stands a bright, intimidating light of Gino Thitikul. But the season's final twist? Even after breaking the record, Gino didn't win Player of the Year. Nelly Korda did based on tour points. 2 queens, 2 crowns, 1 sport split in half. And when the first tee shot launches in 2025, it won't be just another season. It will be a war for the soul of women's golf.